Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're digging into a really fascinating analysis of Rodrigo Duterte's dramatic change in appearance. You know, he was once this feared strongman, but now, awaiting trial at The Hague, he looks, well, frail. The big question is this a real decline, or is it all just a calculated performance?
And it all really kicks off with this shocking description from his ex-wife, Elizabeth Zimmerman. Just that one phrase, he's skin and bones. It paints such a powerful picture of a man who's physically just wasting away. And that's really the foundation for this whole public story that's starting to take shape.
The contrast here is it's jarring, right? On one side, you've got the Punisher of Davos, this larger-than-life strongman persona he built for decades. And on the other, you've got the reality, an 80-year-old prisoner. I mean, this is the guy who literally told the ICC to go to hell. And now, the story is he won't even eat the prison food. It's a complete 180.
So you have to ask, where is this new image coming from? Well, the analysis we're breaking down argues that it's being very carefully managed by his family, and specifically by his daughter, the current vice president, Sara Duterte.
And you got to pay attention to the specific language here. Sara Duterte, she confirms he's lost a lot of weight, but listen to how she frames it. She says he looks better. He looks slim. The analysis suggests these aren't just off-the-cuff comments. No, these are carefully chosen words in a very deliberate public relations strategy.
So, what's the end goal here? Well, the argument is that it's all about shifting public perception. The whole point is to rebrand him. By playing up his frailty, the hope is to turn the feared executioner into the sympathetic, harmless old man. It's about changing the conversation away from his alleged crimes and onto his current health.
And that brings us right to the heart of the matter. It's the core question, isn't it? Are we just watching the natural, genuine decline of an elderly man in a tough situation? Or is this a very carefully staged performance, designed to manipulate all of us, and maybe even the trial itself?
To even begin to answer that, the analysis tells us we need to look beyond the recent photos and sound bites. We have to peel back the layers and look at Duterte's long and very well-documented history of health issues.
Because here's the thing. Duterte being in poor health is absolutely nothing new. He showed up at The Hague already dealing with a whole list of serious conditions. You're talking neuromuscular disorders, chronic pain so bad he admitted to using fentanyl. So the key point here is that his physical decline isn't some sudden thing that just happened in prison. This has been his reality for a long, long time.
And when you factor in that long medical history, the analysis comes to this really powerful conclusion. This whole image of a frail grandpa, it's a strategy. It's a way to try and make everyone forget about his violent past. Because at the end of the day, no amount of weight loss can erase the substance of the allegations against him.
Okay, but this is where the alleged strategy gets even more specific. It zeroes in on one particular request that Duterte supposedly made to his daughter.
He reportedly asked that if he dies in custody, he wants to be cremated right there in the Netherlands, not brought home. Now, that might sound like a humble final request, but the analysis frames this as something else entirely, the potential setup for an absolute masterclass in political maneuvering. So here's the potential script, which the analysis actually calls weaponized grief. Step 1, the event. Duterte passes away while in foreign custody. Step 2, an immediate narrative shift. He's no longer an accused criminal. He's a patriot, a victim who died on foreign soil. And finally, step 3, the blame game. All that grief is weaponized and turned against his political rivals. This could be the ultimate endgame, turning his own death into a powerful political tool.
So after laying out that whole potential strategy, the analysis pulls us right back to the here and now, and it urges us to refocus on what's really truly at stake.
And this really is the central message of the analysis. All this talk about him being skin and bones, it's a distraction. The real story isn't his physical weight. It's the immense weight of the allegations against him. You see, his frailty doesn't erase his past. It just proves that time and accountability, they eventually catch up to everyone. This really puts it all into perspective, doesn't it? While the family's narrative is focusing on his health and the food he won't eat, the analysis argues that the world's focus has to remain locked on the trial. Because, you know, justice isn't always easy to swallow, but it is always necessary.
And so, we're left with this one massive question at the end of it all. We've seen how powerful a carefully controlled story can be. But is it powerful enough? Can a PR campaign, no matter how effective, truly overshadow thousands of allegations and a trial for crimes against humanity? Well, that's the real test.